No, I have some stuff to talk about first.
Fine. The C50 and the Nikon ZR aren't that
Well,
important.
we're already late.
We're late to the party.
So here's the thing. I'm going on my honeymoon. So by the time you see this comes out.
It's like we're recording like a week ahead, 2 weeks ahead. A little.
I'm trying to
less than
figure
2
out
weeks.
when this one drops though. So I will be married by the time
You
this
will
one
be married,
drops.
yes.
Dang, that's crazy. So just imagine a ring on my finger and me chilling in Costa Rica. Okay. Basically, we're recording this on September 11th. Not to be laughed at. But you got to lock in. Don't laugh.
Why are you smiling?
I'm kidding. So we're recording this on September 11th, 2025. So basically, we would be remiss if we didn't bring up all the situations that have been going on recently. So we always said we won't get political, and we will not. But, like, I do have some questions for you on the ethics of filming, because I feel like this is, like, something where people go either way. Because I heard someone say, basically, people should not have been posting videos of Charlie Kirk dying. And personally, I disagree. Because I had to seek out those videos in order to see them. And so I believe people should be able to film, like, and I understand terms of service, community guidelines, stuff like that. But, like, I think people should be able to film what they need to film to tell a story and be able to post it where they need to post it.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like, there's a difference between being hired to film something or shoot something. Like when Trump got shot, those photographers are legendary,
Right.
Because they were there to shoot whatever was happening, and so
it just happened.
And so that's like, yeah. But like what you're talking about is like, oh, I'm on my phone on Snapchat.
Right.
I got this video. I mean, obviously, like, I don't think the government should be like, you can't share that, but I do think it's disrespectful.
Okay, so I think that's where we differ. Because, like, I don't necessarily think it's disrespectful to just post the video. I think it's, and this is like an...
Yes, it is. Like, what if I just, like, got a video of you, like, we were playing volleyball, and your, like, pants fell down, and I got your butt crack, and then I posted it.
Yeah, that's a little different. This is
That's way less worse than what they did.
I'm talking about political assassinations. This is like a political assassination. Like
I do think, like, yeah, it needs to be documented, but like, I think it's still disrespectful to put it up on your story. Like, oh my gosh.
I definitely think the sentiment that you attach to the post determines it.
Yes.
Would you agree?
Yeah, but it's not like they were like some documentarists out there with their, like, you know, it's just different.
I don't know. I guess we're both seeing it from two different angles.
Like the Trump photographers and the Charlie Kirk Snapchatters are not the same.
They're not the same. But I think
like the Trump photos are infamous, legendary photos that will go down in history.
Right.
That video, I guess, also will technically.
It will. Oh, very much so.
I mean, it won't be like shown to kids in classrooms. At least I hope not.
I sure hope not. Because, like, if you think about the Zapruder film, he was just a guy with a camera. He was not special at all. But all of a sudden, what he filmed was special.
Yeah.
Like, do you think it's okay that that's out? Because in my opinion, it's kind of the same thing.
I get what you're saying. I still think it's disrespectful, but
Okay.
I'm not saying you can't do it.
See, this is kind of the discussion that I wanted
Or
to
maybe
have.
it's just disrespectful, like, in the soon. Like, that soon, maybe. Like, I don't know.
It is hard, though, in this day and age. Like,
everything
is immediate.
Within 2 hours, the whole world had seen it.
Yeah. And that's where, like, privacy comes up. Like, you just need to know, like, if you're young and watching this, you do have no privacy.
What's
like,
the saddest thing for me, I think... Okay, not the saddest thing. Like, someone died. Obviously, that's the saddest thing.
Right.
But, like, one of the saddest things to me is, like, the amount of children that saw that video on social media.
Right.
Like, young kids.
Right.
Like, that affected me as an adult. I can only imagine seeing that when I'm, like, that young.
Oh, my gosh. It literally, like, I almost
there's
cried.
there's something different like when you see like special effects in movies and then you watch that and like it's like the movies don't get close.
They don't at all. And like even the Gettysburg movie that we watched in like 5th grade. Do you remember that one? That was probably one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And this still like blows that out of the water. So like I think what needs to be talked about is like what's okay to post, because think about while we're on the topic, since it's 9/11, think about the photo of the falling man from 9/11. Like, technically, that's a guy committing suicide, but in the same vein, it's like, okay, this is a historical photo.
I mean, I think it goes back to like some things like there's a really famous photo of this like naked child who running down the street with her back's on fire. I think it's in like the Philippines or something.
Right, it's in Vietnam.
So one of the most famous photos of all time. Under different circumstances, that's literally an illegal photo.
That's true. Yeah, I think like is there reverence like with what you're posting, you know, which obviously we've seen both sides of the coins where people are celebrating and then people are like, oh, like, and it's the same thing when Trump got shot. Like, people celebrated and people were disgusted, like on either side of the coin. And I just think like as a society, like since all of our privacy is already gone, like if you had no cell phone, if you had nothing, the government would still be able to track you via satellite. So like everything is gone out the window in terms of privacy, but like with that, we've lost all reverence to like, is something okay to post?
Yeah. We're so quick to put everything online.
Yeah. Which is really good from an educational and like worldview standpoint, because you can form your worldview based on just having so much information. But then it's also like, okay, well, when is it like too much to see? Because like I think yesterday was too much.
It was. It's when you look at the news events that have happened within like a 4-day span, and then you add on that today was 9/11.
Yeah.
It's just like it really makes you just feel like this world is like so broken.
Well,
like,
it is.
I've never felt like so like my heart aches. Just like this. I don't even like just this is how it is.
Yeah. What's crazy is they were inviting him to BWC.
What's that?
BWI.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
What do you think he would have gone?
Maybe. I don't know. I mean, I don't see why he wouldn't. Like, Lee Strobel goes. Like, a lot of people go. Yeah. Okay. Well, this is something else that I wanted to talk about. This is a little less reverent because it's kind of funny. But you're familiar with 6'7" now.
Yes.
Yes. So I have an essay that I wrote in my mind on the way here.
Oh no.
And that is that AI and 6'7" are one and the same. And that is that they're taking over everything. So everyone is like, oh, 6'7" will end, 6'7" will end. I truly do not agree.
I'm waiting.
I think everyone needs to bunker down and realize 6'7" will be ingrained in your mind for the rest of your life. Like when you're super old, you're going to see 6'7" and like have neuron activation and be like, oh, like why am I thinking that? And I don't think that's ever going to go away in the same way that we've gone so deep into AI, there's no turning back. I truly think like maybe like 6 months ago, we could have turned back. I think where we are right now in September, October of 2025, there's no turning back.
Well, you know what's scary? AI. So, you know how you have to start on ChatGPT specifically. You have to like start new conversations with it, or you can refer to old. Well, a lot of times I would like ask it something in like conversation 5, and I would refer back to conversation 1, and it like doesn't know what I'm talking about, and I'm like, oh, and I'm like, I was so frustrated. Then like a couple days ago, I asked it, and I was like, hey, like, what are some like medium or small to medium sized businesses in DFW? Because I was looking for clients for us.
Right.
But that's all I asked it. And it gave me like a list of like different things. And then it literally says Cort and Luke LLC and with a winky face, and goes for a little local or for a little something like for a personal touch because I like knew that was me.
Right.
And I was like, that's horrifying.
Yeah. So, okay, there's like an argument coming up right now with Palantir, which do you know what Palantir is?
No.
Okay. So essentially it is a company that has like essentially their CEO is insane.
Yeah.
Like if you look at his interviews, I'm not crazy to say that he's a little off.
I don't know anything about
out of left field. So essentially Palantir is just another one of those companies that wants to search for government contracts. So like Raytheon, Lockheed Martin.
Got it.
But they want to do it like via like tech and AI stuff. And like they're totally okay with people dying in the process. So they yeah, which Raytheon and Lockheed Martin, I don't want to like I think they're also okay with that. But Palantir
I don't really know enough to
Palantir
know.
like for sure, like, has spoken out and been like,
Okay.
because of tech, like, we're okay with people,
Okay.
like, someone's got to take one for the team. So they signed a contract with the government. You know how RFK was like, I want everyone to be wearing wearables by, like, 2026 or whatever?
Why do you say that?
Do you know what wearables are? Like,
Yeah,
the wearable tech?
Apple to
Yeah.
Aura rings. Like.
So, like, he wants it for health awareness, or, like, that's what people say. But then, like, Palantir's entire thing is, like, tracking data, feeding the data to AI. So, like, we have gone too far.
If you think about it,
And
like,
they signed a government contract.
they could get access to, like, everything.
Oh, yes.
I don't know. Apple's pretty secure. They don't really let anyone.
But AT&T is not. And most Apple users,
Yeah.
I would say this is true. Most Apple users are using AT&T, and AT&T is literally known to work with the NSA, like, consistently.
I could see it.
Which is sad. Okay. But I don't think AI and 6.7 are ever going away, and that's my hot take for today. So now we can get into the camera hot takes.
I think that's valid. All right. So Canon and Nikon dropped camera, I think, in the same
Oh my
day.
gosh. This has been a huge... We're missing out because, like...
Prime time, yeah.
Well, so we filmed
By
the
a day.
day before all this happened.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, it would have been smart of us to not do that and just push till Tuesday.
100%.
Someone was busy.
Yeah.
Reading the Bible and stuff. Ugh. But basically, Nikon made some big boy moves. I can't even cap.
Okay. This is going to actually be like the first
I'm happy
time.
for them.
Listen to me. No. You're not going to
Okay,
You're
yes,
going to hate
sir.
me. About to hate me.
Okay.
This is going to be like my first, and I know this is going to be controversial because everyone's like, "Oh my gosh, the ZR. Incredible camera."
Right?
And here's what I have to say. Is it?
Yeah.
I'm not
Dude, have you
convinced.
seen the readout speeds?
I've seen it, but listen, hear me out. It looks like a great camera for the price.
yeah.
And then you have to think you're getting it for $2,200. There is drawbacks.
Like,
And let me get back to you. I should have prepped earlier.
my main thing is you're getting raw. Red raw in a camera that size.
I like that, but there was no IBIS, right?
I believe there is IBIS, but there's none in the C50,
I know there's not, yeah.
which is crazy.
I don't know. To me, there's something.
But dare I say that's a good thing, because one, that leaves the market open for R5 II users.
Yes.
And two, a lot of cinema line users don't want IBIS because they're rigging it out.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like, to charge $2,200, there has to be something. I haven't found it yet.
I think raw is that thing.
The drawback?
No, is the to charge. You're saying to charge $2,200, there has to be negatives.
Yes,
I meant
it's cheap.
I thought you
It's
meant
heck,
positive.
That's a cheap camera.
It is a
For
cheap
what
camera.
it is?
Well, so here's the thing. Think about when Nikon bought Red. They dropped the price of the not the V-Raptor, whatever it's called, the Dragon
Yeah.
or Komodo or whatever. They dropped the price of the Komodo 6K to like $3,000 or something.
Yeah.
So like maybe they're going to be notorious for dropping their prices now. And I think the reason they can do that is because proprietary systems for them are so expensive to the consumer. I thought I was going to get away without yawning today.
Okay, let me read what it is.
Okay.
So it has the fusion of Red and Nikon camera, cinema technology, whatever. 6K full frame, which
Yeah.
that's huge. Full frame Z mount cinema camera. Red code RAW, which is nice, and in RAW. ProRes RAW. It's pretty
See,
good.
but that's good because they
Yeah.
just added that to DaVinci,
That is really good. 32-bit float built in.
which I don't know how they're doing that.
I honestly don't know. Like, you're still gonna need a good mic. Like,
You are going to need a good mic. My question is, how are they getting that through a 3.5 millimeter jack and its sounding quality?
yeah. So that needs to be
Which is
investigated.
impressive. Like, I know that's possible because it's just like how wide your like field of recording is, but you're still going to need a good mic, which is not a big deal. Like the Rode NTG video mic sounds good.
Yeah.
It's good enough. It's only a $200, $300 mic.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see what are frame rates and shutters.
Oh, see, because that is something that was brought up with the C50 is the fact that you can only shoot open gate in 7K.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That'd be huge.
No, that's bad.
That'd be not a huge file.
Well, so guess how big
file would be
guess how
massive.
big the bit rate is.
What?
1,700 megabytes a second. Guess what ours is?
What?
Like 100.
So your SD cards are just
literally you're burning through 17 times the amount of data.
Yeah.
So our podcast episodes are like 78 gigabytes a piece.
Yeah.
Just like the raw footage.
Times 17.
Times 17.
Oh my gosh.
Let's just ask Siri. 78 times 17. Oh. It doesn't know how to do math.
Dang. Okay. This isn't as. It's pretty good. You can do.
Okay, dude, each podcast episode would be 1.3 terabytes.
That's insane.
So you're not even gaining that crazy of specs because we're already shooting in 6K.
Yeah.
Because we're anamorphic.
Yeah.
So you're gaining an additional whatever.
Yeah.
But then like for 1.5 terabytes per episode.
Yeah.
That's depressing.
Okay, well I will say, within like the Red Code Raw 12-bit, you get 4K.
It's only 12-bit.
You get 4K 120.
See, that's great.
That's great. I didn't think it was gonna have. That's what I thought the drawback was gonna be.
That is a really good. Does it have 4K 24 and 4K 60?
4K 24, 30, 50, and 60, and 120.
52. Wow. So that might be a camera for. That might be the new Blackmagic.
I might. If the RF lenses work with it, I would look into it. I don't know what that adapter would look like.
Well, so I know the EF lenses do, because someone DM'd us and was like, I can now use all my Canon lenses with these.
Yeah, but I would just take an RF lens and then put that adapter on that and then put the EF, right?
No, you could do directly Nikon Z to EF.
Really?
Yeah.
But how would you do
And then
EF to RF lens? That would be a weird. I don't know.
Well, no, but then you just have another adapter for Z to RF.
Yes.
So even better if you could do Z to PL.
Yeah, that'd be
Because then you can have the triple lineup. And I know you can do a Z to E.
Yeah.
So, bro, like, essentially
Okay.
this camera can solve every problem.
This camera is really nice, I will say. Keeping that in mind, megapixel-wise, it is lacking
What?
24.
It's a video camera.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Dude, that's like the perfect combo of low light to...
There's not a lot. I will say I went to the Nikon website. I watched the videos people filmed on it. Maybe just how they colored it. Didn't love the colors.
I think it might have been the coloring because Nikon's just known to be a very standardized...
Muted, bro. It's like...
No, I wouldn't
like
agree with
soft
that.
and muted.
I would not agree with that.
I'll pull it up right now.
Okay, fair enough.
Suck it.
Don't say that. maybe they just didn't want to be like too much. Maybe they didn't want to fall in the vein of their Sony brothers.
No, it was... I usually like Nikon colors. I'll say, but like these colors...
Okay, see, but they're shooting into with the light in between the subject and the camera.
But all around, I feel like it's just so... Which also just might be how they did it, but like...
That is how they did it for sure.
But to me, then like they did this documentary, and I was like, dang, it's also muted colors.
But dude, with red, with red raw, dude, you can totally pull colors out. Have you seen, like, everyone knows that red raw is like the raw.
Yeah.
Like, that's the whole point. So I'm sure you can pull stuff out of it. Because think about all the documentaries and stuff you've seen with people who shot on red and like how bright their colors get.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can get it out there. My big issue with the C50 is, why are we not getting a 4K open gate raw?
Yeah, that would have been nice.
If they made 4K 120 open gate raw, bruh, that would literally be like the dream for every content creator. Or
yeah, because we don't always want 7K open gate.
bro, no.
That's
Now, I will say, if you have the storage for that, that saves you a lot of effort with recropping. And also, then comes the emergence of you're getting more detail, and the readout speed is insane, because I think the R6 Mark II does like 17 or 16 milliseconds. The C50 does like 9, and then the FX30 does like 8.6, which is amazing. Like, that's the best. But dude, I'm like, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It was a good move for Canon. And the fact that they released that camera kind of stabilizes the RF line, which for me, as someone who's bought multiple RF lenses now.
That's nice. Yeah.
That is really it's a good feeling because I was a little scared, especially when my lens prices started dropping.
Yeah.
From Suray. I was like, holy cow! Not only did I buy these at their peak price, I bought like now they're dropping in value, and then on top of that, is the RF line even a good investment?
Yeah. I only have 2 RF lenses. One Suray 35, one Canon 16.
Oh, dude, that's all you need though.
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh.
All right. Be honest. How many folders do you have called final edits?
Not called final edits, but edits.
I have so many folders, which is like
probably over 2,000.
But you know, like, so if you're like edited something like final edits version 3, final edits version 2.
I don't do that. I'm talking. So my workflow is I drop all the raws into a photos folder, and then within that folder, there's a folder called edits. So every single shoot. Are you taking up my? You're taking my personality.
I'm sorry.
You're becoming the yawner of this podcast.
The quesadillas got me.
The cheese.
The cheese.
Sleepy cheese, bro.
Ugh.
Yeah. Someone's gonna clip that, I bet. Turn it into a sound button. Yeah, I don't do that. I will say I have started on the V1, V2, V3 thing because my employers have realized they can ask for revisions now, which means they are.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to redo an entire video today, and it took 3 extra hours, which is double the time that it was going to take.
Yeah.
Because it only took 2 hours initially, and then it added an extra 3.
Do you know how many stories potentially will open up in the podcast potentially after this?
Yes.
Well,
so we will get a real cease and desist probably because that Live Nation fishing link, that won't be the only one we're getting.
Oh,
dude.
no.
Holy cow. Like...
We're about to have some nice ones to share.
It's a good thing we started an LLC so they can't... Could they sue us personally for that? I guess they...
Maybe.
No, I don't think they could. I think they'd have to take the company money before they take ours.
Yeah, I think so. Because that's called like the veil of something.
Yeah,
but you know what I'm talking about.
The veil of commerce or whatever.
The first time you shoot RAW, you instantly wonder why you ever shot JPEG.
Duh. In photo?
Yeah.
I thought we were still talking video, bro.
No. And like for photos, it's life-changing.
Oh my gosh. Like, well, so here's the funny thing. For the longest time, I was shooting in RAW and then airdropping them from my camera to my phone, and it was turning them into JPEGs,
That's so
and then I
valid.
was editing them. And I didn't even realize it. Granted, my photos were super hot fire at the time. Didn't even matter. But I do remember the first time that I got an SD card reader for my phone. Changed my life. Okay. I do have one thing I want you to convince me of.
Okay.
Convince me why iPads are awesome.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be so straight with you. I got one, thinking I would use it all the time. I hardly use it.
Really?
I will say what is really nice about it is like having just like your third Apple product, because how do I explain this? Like, if I want to FaceTime someone, I can put them on that.
That's
and
true.
Still have my phone and my laptop.
You're a screenager, essentially.
Yes.
So, the same. Can I just remind you, the same thing happened when you were gonna get a Remarkable?
I'm so glad I didn't.
Yeah.
But like
Well,
also,
technically you
it's
did.
still sitting in my desk, and that's just like money. That's just could I? The question is,
Well, Facebook Marketplace is popping off right now because we're in a recession.
yeah.
So you might be able to sell it on
Like,
there.
do you think I could replace it and then sell it at a profit? I don't really think I could.
I don't think you could sell it at a profit, but I do think you could make $450 off of that.
Make that would be making
Or
profit.
not make. You could sell it for.
I
You'd
don't
be
know.
losing money.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's an auction company. They will pay me $34 for the broken tablet, and I might just take it.
$34, Luke. You can sell that thing easily for.
The broken one?
Yes.
Where?
On Facebook.
A broken Remarkable?
It's just a screen.
It's completely unfunctionable.
Oh no. Okay, never mind. Maybe that $34.
I think I'm just gonna take
Hey,
it.
$34. That's like 11 Taco Bueno bowls.
I think-
Oh wait, no. That's 7.
Like, it sucks because it's like a what $500 or $600 tablet.
Oh, 700.
Yeah.
The one that you got?
It was awful.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my
that was
gosh,
one of the
dude.
worst days of your life. And dare I
I
say,
had 2 Suray lenses.
well, was that Was that also the day with the keys?
Yeah, it was awful. It was one of the worst days.
That's
ever.
probably one of the worst days of your life.
That's one of the days where you're like, is this like? Because I was engaged at that point, I think, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, are we gonna make it to the wedding?
Well, yeah, that was a rough day.
It was rough. Okay.
Anyways. Yeah, because I'm seeing your iPad over there, right there, sitting.
Mhm.
I'm also seeing your Rode Pros
They've been there for
sitting.
a while.
You know,
because I haven't done video.
you-
I will.
You need to be
Maybe
careful
start
though.
doing
You need
videos
to
sooner.
charge them back up so they'll stay.
Okay.
Because I've heard of things like Morgan hadn't charged her laptop and it just stopped working.
No.
Yeah.
That
So
would
I'm gonna
suck.
have to replace the battery on it, which is fine because I used to do that for a living. Because I'm a nerd.
It is almost guaranteed that at least once in your life you will forget to format a card before a super important shoot.
I've done it a couple times. Never a super important shoot ever. And also, since I buy such big cards, that's never been an issue for me.
When I one time, like I guess it was earlier on, and I didn't have a lot of like storage and SD card options. I did that.
Well, dude, you never formatted your cards. You went through and deleted all your images for ages.
That's what I had to do. And I was like, I had a really important shoot, and I didn't format my card, and I was like, I can't delete this because I haven't backed it up yet.
I need to make a PSA for everyone right now. Beginner photographers, this is us leaning into our positive era. Everyone's thinking that we're negative guys all the time. Let me help you. Understand what formatting your card is, because if you are someone who you've heard all these stories about people corrupting cards, the fastest way to do that is by going in and deleting all or deleting your images instead of formatting your card.
Yes.
Every single shoot, after you've backed up your stuff, after maybe even you've delivered your photos, if you want to be really careful, you should be going into your menu, going to setup, and hitting format. Or if you're on Sony and you're a loser, go media, format, and hit OK. Like, guys, the fastest way to corrupt cards is by messing up the formatting option. It's not even funny.
I'm gonna clip that in a reel,
Please do.
and it's gonna do so bad because it's not.
Well,
negative.
I roasted Sony.
They're gonna be like, "Oh my gosh." Actually, no one will see it because it's not negative. But
That's true. I will say, like, no one ever understands, like, well, that's why I was so interested in, like, sharing my views on something of
guys,
depth.
get up! Please stop coming to our house.
Holy shit! We have to cut that. I can't. I'll just cut. I'll just. Wow. Skylar just came to the window and scared the crap out of us. Dude, I'm on edge, bro. This is not funny. Yesterday, someone was shot in the neck. This is not a good time to be doing jump scares. That was not funny.
That's hilarious.
Anyways.
Okay. Have you ever been late to a shoot?
Yeah, one time. Only one time ever. It was a senior shoot, and I scheduled it mad early in the morning because I just needed the sun or something. And, dude, I didn't put it in my calendar because I'm kind of bad about that.
Yeah.
And I just slept in. Completely forgot about it. And they called me, and I woke up to my phone ringing. And I was like, hey, I'm on my way. Luckily, the sun had forgotten to, like, he had
To
warned,
rise?
Well, no, he had warned.
Thankfully,
He'd
the
warned.
sun wasn't up yet.
I'm in the child. That was funny. I thought you meant the sun hadn't risen, like the kid hadn't gotten out of bed. No, he just wore the wrong pants to the shoot, so they had to go to Target and buy pants. So I got to the shoot before them, and it all worked out.
Nice.
And everything was fine. Now, did I question my sanity as a photographer and if I was ever a professional in the first place? Yes. But have you ever been late to a shoot?
Honestly, shockingly, not that I can remember.
I don't think you are the type of person to, because typically photographers are too excited for their shoots that they show up early.
Yeah,
So it's kind of a good problem to have.
for sure. Would you ever turn someone away from a shoot just because you don't like them?
100%. I would not shoot you. Yeah. I definitely. Yes. That's not even a question. Like, of course you don't want to work for someone that you don't like.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of how to put it kindly, you know?
Yeah.
Because Yeah, if I go into the shoot knowing you're gonna be mean to me, why would I even bother?
Yeah.
You know, like I'm not that scrounged for cash yet. I'm not that stretched thin. So it's like, why would I ruin a month of?
Yeah.
Because think about it. If that person's rude on the shoot, they're gonna be even worse in the editing process.
Yeah.
So
100%.
Oh, one piece of advice I have for people, and this is mainly for you Fiverr folk out there. Write in your contract how many revisions people get.
Yes.
Dude,
Oh.
or else you will end up working on that one video. You'll end up on V31 and be like, okay, how am I going to get myself out of this?
Yeah, and sometimes you wish you could do that at your full-time job.
Have
but
you
not
ever...
always.
Well, you can. You can.
Just tell them no.
Set boundaries.
I should, yeah.
Be like, hey, listen, like, I'm going to show this video to you 4 different times.
Remind me to tell you a story after this.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? This episode's coming out in 2 weeks. No,
Nah,
don't.
don't do that. But the... what was I getting on? You just messed me up.
I don't know, but I have a...
Oh, yeah. Just tell your employer, be like, hey, like, out of respect for my time and out of respect for your time, you get 4 revisions on this thing. So, like, we're going to have 4 different meetings. You can sit down and revise it 4 times. Because what will happen is they'll be more intentional with the revisions each time because they know, oh, I only have 4 meetings with this guy to make this happen. 4 is even a lot.
That is a lot.
Maybe even go 3 times.
Yeah.
So, and if they ask you to change the music, just say no. And then leave your job.
Yeah. Too many times, bro. Too many times. That one hit too real. Okay. A cheap reflector will change your life more than a $2,000 lens.
Dude, don't agree at all.
I totally agree.
When do you use a reflector?
Okay, I agree with this because the other day I had to take professional headshots with no photo lights because I didn't have a budget for photo lights, which is not my fault. That's just the client's fault. And so I was like, they're like, can you do that? And I was like, can I? It's like, let's try it. So I took 2 60-watt video lights, faced them opposite of like away from the subject. Then I took 2 white poster boards from Michaels,
Right.
reflected them. Some of the best lighting I've ever had on a subject ever.
Okay, you need to explain this diagram a little more.
Okay, so the subject is here.
Wait, okay. Which way is the subject facing? Let's set the stage.
So subject is facing me. Pretend
Okay.
the subject is the camera.
Okay.
I then have a light here, and then another light a little bit this way.
And which way are they facing?
Me, the camera. Camera's here.
So
Like headshots.
Which way the lights are facing?
Yes, the lights are facing pointed like 45
Pointed
degrees
away.
away. 40,
Okay.
45 degrees this way and an angle up and pointing away.
Okay.
Then I just had 2 assistants just people with the firm, carry 2 white poster boards
Yeah.
and like reflect the light back this way onto the subject. So the light's coming this way, bouncing this way.
So you put the poster board over here.
Yes.
So you're doing what we're doing right now.
Yeah, basically.
You just didn't have the wall.
Yes.
Okay, I get it now.
But like also the poster board was like significantly closer to the subject, so it made it really bright, even though it's only a 60-watt light.
Yes.
And it was like it was literally the best lighting. I didn't have to touch the photos at all.
I want to see them.
It's one of the ones of Lori, like this one. Like literally.
See, these are the things that you.
That's a raw photo.
That is.
Yeah.
That's raw.
That's raw.
Dude.
Completely unedited.
I don't believe that.
It looks like her face, like her skin looks so good, and that's just lighting.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Okay, lighting does matter. That's literally crazy. And because that's raw, think about like if you really wanted to, you could do like one of those edits where they kind of make it look like it would be a painting.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I was
so
like
nice.
I looked at that in the back of the LCD screen and I was like
Oh, bro, I saw this video today. You need to look it up after. Honestly, everyone watching this needs to look it up. It's this guy and he was like, how do you make consistent sunlight in a church when you don't have consistent sunlight? And he basically just blacked out all the windows and then he like showed like his lighting setup with just like one huge light and then he added like some God ray light like behind it. Bro, it looks so nice.
That would be
like
nice.
Y'all need to find that video somewhere because like things like that where it's just like, oh, I really can make this work. Because like we could do the same thing that we're doing right now with Home Depot lights.
Yeah. Yeah. It would be really hot. But
It would be really hot. And we'd probably have started a fire by now.
Probably.
I'm honestly surprised we haven't started a fire with how hot these boxes are on your carpet.
Remember the first time they were on our desk and we picked it up? We were like, oh
Yeah,
my
the table
gosh.
was hot.
Yeah.
That was crazy. Okay, we got to get into more hot takes. I'm feeling. I had a coffee before this, so I'm finally feeling awake.
You will eventually lose a lens cap, and you will cry.
Oh yeah. I ordered a pack of RF EF front and back caps for lenses, like immediately when I got my set of Surays.
I was in New Orleans 2 weeks ago, maybe something like that, and I took my Leica, which is my Deluxe 3, which is like a really old camera, and there was a parade going on. Basically, it's like one of the biggest parades in the world. And
do you want to tell them what the parade actually was?
No, I don't think it's relevant.
Okay.
And basically, we were walking through Bourbon Street at night, and just parties of just like shirtless men, like packed like sardines. We're walking through basically at the end of Long Neighbor, trying to get back to the car. I get back to the car, and like my lens cap for my Leica, totally gone.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, oh my gosh, it must have like brushed up against someone in that huge crowd. And like Bourbon Street is packed.
Oh yeah.
It's nighttime. There's no way.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I gonna do? Because like that's literally an irreplaceable lens cap.
Right.
Like,
and that glass is so nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was literally in shambles the entire drive home. I was like, oh my gosh, like what am I gonna do? Get back to the hotel room. It's sitting on my bed. And I was like, God is so good.
That's crazy.
It's the greatest. It's like I can't put that feel. Like the feeling was one of the greatest feelings I've ever had in my life.
I have a really sad lens cap story. So I was feeling a little nostalgic and also wanted to test out low light capabilities, which I have now realized how much of a difference there is between 2.8 and 1.8.
Dude, huge.
It's insane.
Yeah.
So I finally understand the 28 to 70 f2 shooters, basically. But I took my lens cap off of my 50 mil, which is one of the easiest lens caps to lose because I
actually don't have one right now.
Yeah, I can imagine. It's just so easy to lose. One, it's super tiny. Two, it's not like that firm of a lens cap. And three, the attachment to the lens is super loose. So I take it off and I'm going to put it back on. First time I've used this lens in ages. It's been sitting in a Pelican case in my room for probably 2 years, maybe more, maybe 3 or 4. I go to put it on. I'm not looking. Completely just scratched the lens.
How?
Of my 50 mil.
I didn't even think the lens was big, like small enough to get in there.
It barely fits.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, on the bright side, it's like only $99.
Yeah, for real. And I literally was in shambles, and I went to my car, nearly cried, and I was just like trying to massage out, like buff out the scratch, and I did.
Okay.
It wasn't terrible. I think it just took some of the coating off, which is not good.
Yeah.
But I'm also shooting indoors with that lens all the time and in low light, so it's not gonna make that big of a difference if it doesn't have great coating. But dude, I was depressed for a second, and that was right before like a long Wednesday night on the job. So.
Yeah. Dude, we made a reel about the 85mm lens a couple episodes ago,
bro.
And some people were like, why are you hating on it? Like, dude, first of all, I did not hate on it.
We didn't hate.
Just for portraits. And literally no one in the description, in the comments, gave any other reason that I would get one.
Which is so funny, because people were posting their pictures.
Yeah.
I'm like, great, that's a portrait.
Yeah.
Great, that's a portrait.
Or they're like, no, like, I use it for sports. Which, like, one, great, that's fine. But
basically just portraits.
But also, like, there's way better sports lenses. Like just because you use it doesn't mean like you. I was like, you shouldn't choose that for.
Dare I say that's the worst lens for sports?
I mean, their reasoning was 1.4, which
that's
like
fair.
Is nice, but also Canon literally dropped the new 85mm 1.4 like when we dropped that episode.
Well, so all those people are using the Sigma R85 1.4
probably
because I was like,
there is no Canon one like. Until now.
I was like, how are all these people affording it?
Yeah.
And then I realized Sigma dropped that thing ages ago, and it's good if you get a good one. If you get a bad one, it's bad.
Cooked.
But yeah, that lens is good. But the 51.2, bro, if they had a 41.2, did they have a 35 1.2?
I don't know, but that
because I might have to cop that.
Yeah.
I'm going to look that up right now while you pull up our next point. Also, I've been going caseless on the phone recently.
That's bold. I would never. I drop my phone at least twice a day. Like
I used to, but now I don't because I'm caseless.
Yeah. Dang, I've never shot in the rain before because I've never had like a fully weatherproof camera.
Oh, dude, I have in England, and
Is your camera fully weatherproof?
Yeah, it's like, not fully
the
waterproof.
R6 is. What about your lenses?
Oh, so my EF lenses are. Those lenses are not.
Okay.
So when I was what? The RF 35 1.4 is only $1,500.
The RF?
Yes.
Wait, the new one?
Yes.
Guys, I guess I shoot enough portraits. That's like a good investment.
The 50 mil 1.2 is $2,299, but then there's a 35 1.2 Sigma that is $1,500,
That's an interesting
which is
one.
not worth it in my opinion to get a Sigma over a Canon, even though you're
1.2.
gaining 1.2.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. I'm stupid. I'm so stupid. That's not a crazy deal. 35 1.4 is $1,500. The 50 1.2 is $2,200.
Okay.
How much is the 50 1.4 though? I'm wondering if they're gonna drop a. I have a 50 1.4. I have the old one though. The 50 1.4 is also $1,300. I can't believe they don't have a 35 1.2. They've got to drop that.
Yeah.
Now I'm just going to look up Canon 1.2 lenses and see what they have. Anyways, dude, pull up our next point.
I'm trying to think about this. Okay. Oh my gosh. It's destiny for every photographer to shoot an entire shoot in JPEG on accident.
I don't agree at all.
I've done it. One of my most
How do you do that, dude? It shows it on the info screen.
So I did it once. I'm trying to think of why I did it. There was a reason I switched to JPEG, and it was a very valid reason, and I forgot to switch back, and then I went to go shoot for Chris Renzema, which was at the time one of the biggest shoots I'd ever done.
Right.
I get back. Oh, I don't have it. It's in my office. The print's in my office, which is crazy that I printed a JPEG.
Yeah. Well, technically, all the photos you print are JPEG.
Nice. But and I got back and I tried to edit. I pasted my preset on it, and I was like, why does it look so bad?
Dude, literally us when we filmed that whole episode in standard picture profile, bro. Oh my
and then
gosh.
I realized I had to
Because
make
bold of me to assume, why on earth would Luke Montgomery have a camera that's not in log on his desk?
That's bad, bro. That was horrendous. That's actually like, I still, when you scroll through our page and I see that one, I'm just like.
Which is sad, though, because that's not even one of our worst looking episodes.
Yes, it is. That's the worst by far.
Okay.
I know Salmon Boys used to exist, but like.
So we thought we ate, though.
Yeah.
Which is so sad. But look how far we've come.
Yeah. Dude, your first studio shoot will teach you how fast batteries die.
I don't know about that.
I feel like you don't realize how fast batteries die until you
use an R5C.
No, those just eat batteries.
Bro, I heard Peter McKinnon say that he went through 8 to 13 batteries on a 3-hour shoot.
Yeah, but he said that with the new C50, you can use just 3 for an all-day shoot.
Yeah, and like you barely even break into 2.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Like that is one of the things that's like, okay, at that point it is worth buying those new batteries. Because for the R5C, it's like really depressing that you have to buy new batteries. But with that camera, I mean, I would do that in a heartbeat.
Dang. Focus pulling robots will replace first ACs in 5 years.
I mean, LiDAR will.
Maybe.
LiDAR will 100% take away first ACs. The only reason to have first ACs is for purposeful out of focus moments. Or monitoring your LiDAR. But, okay, here's the thing. First ACs do a lot more than focus pulling.
Yeah.
Like, they rig out the camera, they
100%.
manage lens swaps, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, luckily, there's still employment for you out there. Just not on low-budget films.
Yeah. The most undervalued crew member in a shoot is the sound mixer.
I feel like the most depressed person on a shoot is the boom operator. They're constantly, like, having to listen and be like, oh, everyone's talking, hold for sound.
As someone who's like never done boom arm operation,
It's depressing.
is it like hard?
Yes. I monitor audio every single day for work. So, have you seen the guy on SNL who has his boom?
No.
Bro, you're missing out. Everyone go look up the boom operator for SNL. He did like a deep dive on his whole boom rig for the past like 25 years of SNL. It's super impressive. I'll show you later. It is hard. Not as hard as you would think. The main thing is the monitor, the guy who's monitoring, that is a depressing job. Not because I feel like it's a respectless job. People are constantly talking when they shouldn't be talking, constantly making noise that they don't think is being heard.
Yeah.
It's so sad because the amount of times that I do shoots and I'm like, what is that sound? And then I look on the camera and someone's doing something so microscopic, like fidgeting with something, and you can literally hear it as if a bat is flying next to your ear.
Yeah.
Which I guess bats aren't that loud. Maybe like a chicken.
Yeah. Manual white manual white balance is a forgotten skill.
It is a forgotten skill because you know who uses auto white balance for nearly everything?
Yeah.
This guy.
I've started doing more manual because it's gotten me too many times.
Yeah. Yeah, I used a preset white balance the other day where I actually set it instead of using audio, and I was like,
if you ever use a broadcast camera, the first thing you have to ever do is put white balance. Like you have to hold the paper. So it's like, why with DSLRs do we not do the same thing? Like,
yeah, especially for photography. One of the biggest saving graces is at my job, everyone wears white name tags.
That's nice.
And so every single photo that I take, I just color match it. And then the walls are like an off-white kind of deal, so I'll just click the walls and then like change it back to how it should be.
Yeah.
We're doing great on time.
Most available light street photographers secretly crank their ISO and rely on noise reduction technologies.
Dang, dude. Have you heard the argument about people? There's people out there using noise reduction on film.
That's awful.
Isn't that disgusting?
I'm gonna that makes me angry.
Makes me want to puke.
It makes me want to. Ugh! So
it's like there's editing your film photos, which is one thing, which is very frowned upon, and then there's freaking using Lightroom noise reduction. Using AI on your film photos, bro. That's literally what they're doing. That might be the worst thing I've ever heard. Oh, there's a lot of worse things happening in the world right now, but we won't get into that.
Oh, dang. That could be valid. I gotta read this word for word. Sony purposely keeps IBIS weaker in flagship cine cameras to sell gimbals.
I don't agree with that at all. I think their sensors are just so big and so needy that, like, well, here's the thing. Their flagship cinema cameras, they should make one. This is what sets them apart. They should be making one camera that has IBIS that does the same thing as the camera that doesn't have IBIS.
Well, you know what? I do think with main camera brands, you could make the perfect camera. Now, obviously, that looks different for everyone.
Yeah.
But in general, if you were to cross the C50 with the new ZR and add IBIS, it would be perfect.
Well, I think we are at the point where we do have a perfect camera for everyone.
No, I don't. My dream camera doesn't exist yet. My dream camera right now would be the C50 with IBIS and 4K open gate.
Mine would be a camera with 6K open gate, 120 raw. That's all I want.
Yeah. And like, I don't know. I feel like camera companies, they want to make but this one's missing.
Oh, and
this.
Full frame. Duh.
Yeah. This one's missing this. So then you have to get this one. And this one's missing this. You have to get this one. And like,
but see, I think that's just the love of the game, dude. There has to be those differences or else the market will just die.
I don't know.
Yeah. But like with the Burano versus like the Venice or whatever, which I think the Burano is the one that has IBIS and the Venice doesn't. That's a good thing because a lot of people who are shooting on dollies don't want IBIS, which is very valid. Or cranes, you don't want IBIS.
This is a good take. Good take.
Did you see the new Fuji Eterna GFX
I haven't,
thing?
no.
It's nice, bro.
Multi-camera podcast setups are the new DSLR wedding video craze. Everyone's overshooting for YouTube. Amen. This podcast uses one camera. Want to know why?
Bro,
it's easy and fun.
Do you want to know the worst thing that I see in our comments is people making fun of the fact that we use handheld mics.
Yeah.
Why does that matter?
It's awesome. And they're like, that honestly makes us different. Show me one other person.
Yeah,
that
we're
uses
not
handheld
like
mics.
other girls.
Like other podcasts are like, they have an SM7B like propped up like this. They just talk into it.
It's like super far away from them.
It's also not
Do you
a
remember
podcast
when
mic.
Christian showed us? He was like, dude, this FX6 audio is so good.
It's
And then we
horrible.
cut to it. And it was literally probably the worst audio. It sounded like I'd filmed it with my iPhone 10 feet away from me. Which just goes to show how important mic placement is compared to like your quality of your microphone. Because this mic will sound garbage compared to like if you put this mic here versus this mic here, this will sound way worse than this would sound.
Yeah.
Just straight up.
It's impossible to be good at shooting, editing, and editing audio.
I could agree with that.
I think
Now, proficiency and being great,
yeah.
way different.
You can't be great at all three. You can be
100%
okay.
not. 100% not. You also, I think it's impossible to be a videographer, a photographer, and a graphic designer and be great at all three.
100%. I'm like the most mid graphic designer
I
ever.
think you can do video and graphic design, or photo and graphic design, or photo and video. But I do not think it's possible to do all three.
So that's actually such a good take. Especially like, I would say yes. I'm first a photographer, then a videographer, and then graphic designer.
Yeah. Oh, dude, we brought up an interesting point earlier, and we got to say it on here. If you're a videographer, you should be able to take a good photo.
100%. A good videographer should 100% be able to take a good photo.
Because that's like, now I understand if you're like, oh, storytelling comes first, like the frame comes second, like I'm not that good at shooting frames, I'm not that good at cinematography, but I'm really good at telling stories. I understand that. But if you're someone who's like, oh, I want to go to school for cinematography, you should be able to take a good photo.
Literally just composition. You know what? Even throw your settings in auto.
Dare I say it's the same thing?
Almost.
Like,
Pretty close.
and photo's easier because you can edit the raw way easier.
Yes.
So, come on, guys. And Photoshop. Like,
IBIS makes too many shooters think they don't need tripods.
I agree.
100%.
Been on that boat for years.
Yes.
I'm finally just realizing how important a tripod is. Never, ever, ever until this year did I carry a tripod on a shoot.
But it's great.
Yeah.
Dude,
it's amazing.
You know what? My
Someone
favorite
asked me
shots
not
do?
to bring a tripod to a shoot. And I was like, okay.
Sometimes,
Okay.
like, I was doing this one engagement shoot, and it was getting dark.
Oh.
Thank God I had a tripod.
The ultimate life hack right
The
here.
only way was
Just turn
to
that shutter speed down to 1/30.
stand so still
Yeah.
while I mount this on a tripod.
I do that move all the time, though.
Yeah.
Because people, they don't understand why you're asking them to stand still, but they'll listen.
Yeah.
Because if they respect you enough to have booked you, they'll probably respect you enough to listen to you for a little bit to let them stand still. So you turn that shutter down to 1/30, 1/60.
You get it.
Let it go. Let it fly. Even more important, here's a little life hack for you beginners out here. If you are shooting at a low shutter speed, put your camera on at least a 2-second timer. Or if you have a wobbly tripod, that's okay. If you're still on that Amazon Basics tripod because Christmas hasn't come around, put it on a 10-second timer so the wobble stops. That will save you because you will not believe. Why do you think film photographers had shutter releases that are like the little wire that comes out here? Because any touching of the camera will move it and you will lose your like focus.
Yeah.
You'll get some motion blur in there. So put it on a 2-second timer, put it on a 10-second timer. I don't care what it takes. Make it happen. That's my advice.
Yeah. On a completely separate note, you know what I think it's time to admit?
What?
It's like, it's finally time to admit that DJI has officially passed GoPro as a camera brand.
Dude, I 100% agree. Now, here's my question. Which is better right now? Insta360, DJI. Insta360.
I'm Insta360, but DJI is really good.
DJI is amazing. I've been wanting to get into drone photography recently because of how good. And you guys know, if you've been a long-time listener of the podcast, you know I hate drones.
I love drones.
So you have two opposite sides of the spectrum right here. You have a guy who freaks out about drones, and you have a guy who freaks out about drones in a different way. But I've just been seeing some really good drone photography out of the new DJI Mavic Pro 5 or whatever it is, the newest one, the one with the Hasselblad tri-lens on it. Come on. Now, when it comes to usability and quality out of camera, or color science even, I would say Insta360 has the upper hand.
Especially the X4.
Now, when it comes X5.
I meant that.
Now, when it comes to sensor sizes, DJI barely has the upper hand.
Yeah.
Because there is an Insta360 1-inch.
The low light on the X5 is immaculate.
Well, they have a 1-inch sensor DJI kind of GoPro thing now, and they have a 1-inch sensor Insta360. So not only like you have all these options.
Yeah.
Which, okay, I want your opinion on something because I've been seeing it a lot, and it's kind of polarizes me as a Polaroid. because that's what this is about.
Come on.
So a lot of people have been shooting Instax Mini. I saw this guy in our comments ripping into me for saying Polaroid instead of Instax Mini. I don't care.
What?
You
Tomato,
know,
tomato.
Like, I'm just saying this so our users know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, there are Instax Mini's cameras where you can take the photo and then decide if you want to print it or not after.
Okay.
Does that defeat the entire point? In my opinion,
You think you should always print?
Polaroid's
Yeah.
kind of about the gamble.
Yeah,
man.
I agree. If you're not, Polaroid should always come out instantly, even if it's bad.
It takes away the art.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's no pressure. You can take as many photos as you want. All of a sudden, dude, you've just got an X106 on your hands.
With it can print. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, who cares?
That's actually a good take. That's a good take.
All right, we should wrap it up.
Just because you're a run and gun shooter doesn't mean you shouldn't know how to light.
Bro, that's convicting.
I just feel like
yeah.
you should always always have the knowledge even if you don't need it, if that makes sense.
That's a good point. Yeah. The reason well, dude, I've been a run and gun shooter for all these years, and that's why I didn't know how to light.
Yeah, me too.
And dare I say, still don't.
Yeah, it's still a process.
So, we're still learning out here. Luckily, our lighting won't get any better in the coming future because we cannot afford new lights. So,
The number one killer of short films is stock music. I'll say it.
dang, dude. After seeing Julian's short film,
I think if I ever make one, I would have to have someone compose for it.
you have to.
It made the whole movie.
It changed my mind on a lot of things. Also, go to Van Neistat's YouTube channel. He has a guy who makes all the music for his YouTube channel. Just elevates it so much.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, good audio, but good music in particular. I mean, it's just
so what do you
good.
think of this? Quentin Tarantino only chooses songs that already exist because he thinks it's way too much creative input for someone to compose his movies. I personally think it's awesome, and he does it really well.
Him choosing songs?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's his thing, but I think it's kind of snobby. Just doesn't want anyone to get credit for making an awesome soundtrack,
Yeah.
What
I
if we
feel
never
like
got
when you
Phil
bring-
Collins Tarzan? Are you kidding? Is Phil Collins alive, and can he do it for my short film?
And we'll cut there.